Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of the E-volve podcast. My name is Adewumi, the host of this podcast. I trust your week is starting off well, and I trust it's been a good day so far. From wherever you are listening all over the world, welcome to this podcast where we get to share guidance, share thought process that can help us to become the best that God has designed us to be. Last week we looked at the topic Make Everyday Count, and I believe that you picked one or two lessons from that topic, from that session, and you're already making your days to count. We're already in the day 18 of the year 20 of the month of January year 2026. So if you are still yet to start planning your year, I think it is high time you get down to begin to do this. All right, so today we'll be looking at a topic that says that do not set yourself up as a pawn. Do not set yourself up. Do not set yourself up as a pawn. For those who understand the game of chess, there's a game called chess. On the chessboard, there are different pieces. You have the pawns, about eight of them on the white side, and then eight on the colored side. And then you have eight officers, including the king and the queen. The king has his bishop, his rook, and his knight, and then the queen also has the same thing. Without going into too much of details, the objective of the game is for the opponent to capture the other side's king, to make sure that the other side's king is under attack to the extent that the king cannot escape, and it's called checkmate. So every piece on the board, whether a pawn or the officers, they all serve one purpose: to ensure that the king survives the onslaught of the opponent or the enemy. It's the same thing in life. Life can position you to either be a pawn or a king that others are protecting. And you can, in your own way, inadvertently set yourself up to be a pawn all through your life, all through your lifetime. And this episode today is to guide you, is to counsel you to ensure that you do not set yourself to be a pawn. Life responds to plans and actions. Life doesn't respond to just thoughts and dreams alone. Your dreams must be backed up by actions. But in carrying out your actions or in fulfilling your dreams, you have to be sure that you are not setting yourself up as a pawn all through life so that people do not take advantage of you. So I'll quickly get into more the meaty part of this engagement. My note here, I wrote down that every serious person has a plan, or what we call an agenda. If you are living your life without a plan or an agenda, you become a pawn in another person's plan or agenda. So you must have a plan. You must have an agenda for your life. And that plan must come in short term. You must also consider medium and long term plan for your life. So you plan for short term, you plan for medium term, and you also plan for long term. If if you don't have a plan, you are inviting yourself to be a slave. It's an invitation to slavehood or for slavery. Anyone who lacks a planless man is a man who has set himself or herself up to be a pawn or a slave for life. So you must definitely have a plan. Don't be an NFA. In those days when we were in school, we said they belong to the camp of the NFA. No future ambition. If you don't have a plan, it means you do not have a future ambition. Others will sacrifice you to protect their own dreams if you don't have a plan. If you don't have yours, you become a pawn in the field of battle of life. And so, how do you ensure that you do not set yourself up to be a number one, like I said, have a plan, short term, medium term, long term. Number two is find people or organizations or companies whose plans or dreams align with yours. Most of us set ourselves up to be defeated in life by the choices we make in terms of who we work with, who we associate with, or even companies or organizations we work with. We know people that are not going anywhere, and we then live or stay with them and we plan our lives around them. It could be your choice of spouse, it could be your choice of job, it could be your choice of company, or it could be your choice of business partner. When you know that this person is going nowhere, you have no business staying around that person except unless you are also going nowhere. So find people or organizations whose plans or goals align with yours and then work with them. Number three, keep your eyes focused on the plan or your dreams or your ambition. Let your eyes be focused on that. It is when we take our eyes off our plans, our dreams, that we then begin to focus on the obstacles to the point that we lose sight of the plans or the dream. And when you focus on the obstacles, you will not see a way out. When your eyes are focused on the dreams or your ambition, you are definitely going to find a way around all the obstacles that you see before you. So keep your eyes on the dream, keep your eyes on your ambition, keep your eyes on your objective, your plans. It is lack of focus on where you are going that make you to magnify obstacles beyond your dreams. It is lack of focus on where you are going that makes you to magnify obstacles beyond your dream. Separate yourself. Number four, I believe, is separate yourself from people whose goals are not aligned with yours. So many times we stay too long with organizations or companies that whose goals or objectives have moved on or have become misaligned with our own. The moment you find misalignment, just move and then realign yourself with another organization. That I'm not saying be disloyal, but you also have to protect your life. Most organizations will sacrifice you easily when they find out that your goals are no longer incongruent with their own goal. It's the same thing when you feel that the goal of the organization is no longer serving your purpose. Move on. It's no harm doing that. But do it in a neat way, do it in a professional way, do it in a tidy way. When you have to leave, give the relevant notice. If you cannot give that notice, I always advise people give relevant notice. Leave on a clean note because you might still need to come back or you may need one or two things from people that you have worked with in those organizations. And the way you leave matters a lot. So ensure you leave on a clean note if you have to leave. Number five, periodically assess where you are going and where you are. So periodically assess where you are in terms of the goals you've set out, the objectives you set out, and then see where you are and where you've gone off course. That helps you to bring yourself back on course. If you continue to just stay in the same place, do the same thing without assessing where you are, which is your plan, you easily become a pawn in other people's plan. It just begin to use you. And that's why some people always find themselves in this cycle, in this cycle of being abused, victim of abuse, because they have no plan for themselves. So they subject themselves to plans of others and then they become abused. Abuse is misuse of an object or misuse of some person. If someone does not know his or her purpose, he is likely to become a victim of abuse. Don't make yourself a victim of abuse. Identify number six. Identify fellow kings and flock with them. Identify fellow kings. People remember in the church, I said, king, you have the queen. King is the most important. Queen is the most powerful. The job of the queen is to defend the king with her life. And so identify fellow kings, people who have ambitions, who have dreams, big goals, big ambitions, and then flock with them, associate with them. You are the average of the circle of people you associate yourself with. If you associate yourself with people that without plans, before you know, you also come down to their level. If you associate yourself with people that are high above you with serious plan, you also discover that you have stepped up to their level. So identify kings around you and flock around them. So these 6 points, I hope it will help you to ensure that you do not fall prey to being a victim as a result of positioning yourself as a pawn in life. In closing, I want to say there is no fence in life. You are either in the battlefield fighting or you are in the seat watching. And no one in the seat, no one among the spectators ever get the prize for fighting the battle. Those who get the prize are those who are doing the real work. So don't be an onlooker in life. Get going, get doing, and ensure that you position yourself as a king and begin to pursue your goal. So as you go into this week, I want to charge you to plan your week, plan every day of the week, and plan your week. If you can, plan the month, plan the year, so that As you take every step each day, you are moving towards that goal, and you are not subjected to become victim of abuse or victim of another person's dream or agenda. Ensure you have an agenda and run with your agenda. Find people with similar agenda, align yourself with them, and they will help you to get to where you are going on time. Find a mentor, find people who have done it before, associate yourself with them, and I see you getting there. Thank you for listening. Do not forget this is a journey, and this journey can be better when we all try to learn and evolve together on daily basis. So let's keep evolving together by meeting again next week. Have a wonderful day and a wonderful week ahead. Bye.